G'day guys, it is Grundy here. Thank you for tuning in. So I'm going to talk about one of my most interesting one-on-one fights on the door. You deal with all kinds of people, and unfortunately you deal with some people that are on some really harsh drugs like PCP and different things where these guys are animals. Like I'm going to give you an example right now. So I'm working an after-hours party and it's freezing cold. I mean, it's cold in the alley here in Culver City. It's cold. So I've got I've got an undershirt. I've got my shirt on with my tie. It's a pull-off tie. That's important to have. I'll go into that later if you're a doorman. No one have a real tie. And then I've got a big overcoat, but it's still cold. It's freezing. So under the overcoat, I put on a big jacket, one of those furry ones with the hood coming out the back. So I put it on, and I'm like one of those big sumo dolls that they put on the people. So I'm just like this. And I'm on the door with she's a female doorman who kind of caused the problem. But anyway, I'm there with the shirt on and the jacket on. And I say to her, I said, I would hate to get into a fight right now because I can't move. Like I literally couldn't lift my arms up. So not 2 minutes after that comes walking up a guy with a girl. I'm about 230, 6 foot. Well, I'm definitely 6 foot. My weight fluctuates around 230. So I'm not a small guy. I'm not huge, but I'm not small. And this guy's probably 5'10", 185. A reasonably sized guy. And it's freezing, like I said. And this guy is wearing a t-shirt and he is sweating through. I mean, he's sweating and he's all antsy and he's all jumpy. And the girl starts talking to him, the female doorman, and things get out of hand or whatever. So I get up and I say, yo, bro, you need to deal with me now. And normally that would settle people down because I'm an intimidating looking guy. But this guy didn't care. He just got his drink and he threw it at me right in the face. I'm like, right. I said, get out here. So we go and we're going to start fighting. So I'm getting ready to fight this guy. I go to throw a Muay Thai low kick straight away. That's the first thing I'm going to do is I don't want to hurt my hands. If I take your leg out, you're done. I do this Muay Thai kick. It hurts him, but at the same time, I slip because my jacket gets caught. So I fall down. So I've done the kick. It's hurt him. But now my ego's damaged because there's like 50 people watching and I just fell over doing a kick. I'm supposed to be this badass doorman. Here I'm on my ass. So I'm angry. I'm not a happy individual. And I've been working on going southpaw. I fight regular, but I'm working on southpaw. So we stand there and he comes at me and I'm like, bang! I jab him hard. Bang! It's my lead hand, so they're hard jabs. And then finally I cut an angle and I come back, bang, and I crack him and I hit his jaw and he starts going, he's out. And I'm saying to him, and that was just a jab, bitch. And as soon as I said the bitch word, he was like a robot, like the Terminator. And he comes into me and I throw a hook and I just miss. And he gets into me, he bangs into me. And this dude's, like I said, 50 pounds lighter than me. He knocks me back. So I get off a few more shots at him and they're not even phasing the guy. And so literally during the fight, I'm stopping in my head. I'm going, I wish I could stop right now and go to him, mate, do you feel like God right now? Because this guy is indestructible. I don't panic in these situations. I've been in a lot of fights and panicking doesn't help. And I know how to fight. So I don't get too overwhelmed. But this guy, he's double my strength easily. Normally he wouldn't be anywhere near as strong as I'd imagine. But this guy is ridiculously strong. So we get in there, we clinch up. I ram him, I underhook and I ram him against the gated fence. And then I bang off a few elbows. But remember, I'm wearing so much padding on him. It's like punching him with a big boxing glove. So I'm like, well, this is not going to work. So then I get him and I headbutt him. An Australian thing. And then afterwards, he has headbutted me back 5 times. I mean, it's like Woody Woodpecker. It's like, brrr. I didn't know he was headbutting me until the 3rd headbutt. Halfway through it, I'm like, this dude is headbutting me. So I do a side choke where I slip his arm and I come under top, so my arm's under here across his neck, which is a preferred position that really makes them vulnerable. And then I judo tossed him or threw him over my hip and landed with him with all my weight onto the concrete, which would normally knock a man out. I bounce off the guy and go back down on him, and he's still fighting with me. So I kind of get him in a side choke, Darth choke type thing, and I'm choking him out. I'm just trying to choke him out. But remember, I'm wearing all this clothing, so I can't get a great choke on, and you've really got to sink a choke properly. So I know I can't do it, but I'm figuring this guy's going to slow down. He's going to settle down because I'm talking, bro, settle down, settle down. I can feel him settling down. And then he was with a girl, as I said at the beginning of the story, and I'm saying to him, mate, I'm not trying to hurt you. Will you stop resisting? But he won't. And he's settling down, and then I think, I've got him. I'm like, oh yeah, thank the Lord. He's settling down. Then his girlfriend says, stop, honey. He's not trying to hurt you. A man doesn't want to hear that another man's not trying to hurt him. So, of course, he starts going crazy again. Amazingly strong. And I'm like, whoa, what am I going to do? Like, this guy, if you break his arm, literally, he wouldn't stop. I've fought these kind of guys before. Like, they're just unbelievable. But they will stop when you do one thing. It's when you can show them you can break their neck. It's for whatever reason, it's an ingrained person. No matter, I've fought crazy people, determined people, and people on drugs. And when you can show them you can break their neck, whatever reason is, they stop. So this is going through my head. So as I said, I'm in a side choke, dark control position. So I get up and elbow him quickly, and his head hits the ground, which is not good for him, but he don't care. And then I scoop my arm around the stool that I'm sitting on with the stool leg. So I get the stool leg and I push that against his neck, with my arm in the same side choke position. And I just said, bro, I'm going to break your effing neck. And I start squeezing, and you can feel the vertebrae in his neck start bending around this. And all of a sudden, he just stops. And they all say the same thing, the exact same thing. I swear to you, you're going to break my neck. And they completely stop resisting. Their body gives away. And then I held him, and I said, we cool? We cool? He says, yeah, bro, we're cool. And he's a different person now. So I get off him, obviously making some distance so I don't have to fight him again if he comes at me. But he'd settled down or whatever. The other doorman came, and that's an important thing. I'll talk about how to de-escalate situations. Most important thing I could do at that point now is walk away. Because if he can see me, he's just seen a guy who kicked his ass in front of 50 other people. It's grown to a crowd of 150 now. So you need to walk away to de-escalate it and let the other doorman handle it. But I'll talk about that at another time. So that was pretty much one of my crazy times on a door where this guy was amazingly strong, and I don't know if he was a good fighter or not because he was on those drugs, so it probably didn't come across that way, but that was definitely an experience when someone was on drugs. And for those that say drugs don't make you crazy and don't make you strong, beg to differ.